Studies prove that generation by generation, there is a decline in financial literacy. How are you contributing to that statistic? Hello everyone, my name is Megan, and today I'm going to be discussing financial illiteracy, its adverse effects, and how you can become financially literate. When I was active duty in the United States Marine Corps, per congressional order, it was a requirement for us to take financial literacy courses to instill the basics within us and secure our financial future. Today, I will impart that knowledge unto you so that you can take action and you can develop your own financial literacy to ensure your financial success in the future. Paul Jakubowski in 2021 posted a study entitled Financial Literacy and Well-Being in a Five-Generation America. It was through this study that he identified the gradual decline in understanding in various financial topics, from the silent generation coming in at the highest across all fronts to Generation Z coming in at the lowest. He also identified that Generation Z has the most access to educational resources and financial education courses, whereas the silent generation, who ranked the highest across all fronts, had the least access to both. Olivia Mitchell in 2015 posted a study called Financial Literacy and Financial Outcomes, where she worked with other financial researchers in other countries to identify trends. It was through this that she identified that financial literacy in the United States came in at the lowest compared to our peers. It is evident that financial illiteracy is a global issue, but what are the adverse effects of financial illiteracy? Gerald Mattesy in 2010 posted an article entitled Financial Illiteracy, Prevalence, Consequences, and Solutions, where he identified that those who were financially illiterate were often living paycheck to paycheck. They were also often debt constrained, tied down by loans that they didn't have enough money to pay back. It was also these individuals that were unable to save for their future. Therefore, they couldn't contribute to retirement funds. They didn't have a savings nor an emergency fund for just in case. These adverse effects affect you because you don't have the knowledge in how to build your financial profile. Paul Jakubowski in 2023 posted a study called Financial Well-Being and Illiteracy in a High Inflation Environment. It was through this that he identified that only 40% of the general population were spending less than their income. Those individuals were more financially literate as well. They had savings, they were able to contribute to a retirement fund, things of that nature. Whereas the individuals spending about equal to their income or spending more than their income were debt constrained with debt that they couldn't pay back. They had the inability to plan and save for their future, and they were very financially unstable, causing copious amounts of stress in their life. Why would you want to suffer these consequences when the tools for your success are at your fingertips? The United States Congress established the Financial Literacy and Education Commission in order to combat financial illiteracy in the United States. They developed a website called mymoney.gov. Through here, you can find copious amounts of resources about any topic. You can also find games to teach you about various financial topics if that's how you learn. The Financial Literacy and Education Commission, also called FLEC, is composed of many departments across the government, to include the DoD, the Department of Education, the Department of Transportation. All of these are part of FLEC, and they work to build programs to teach the general American populace about how to manage their finances. Whatever financial institution that you bank with, or whatever financial institution you want to borrow from, they should provide you with copious amounts of resources to teach you the ins and outs of how to manage your money effectively, how to save, how to invest, things of that nature, so that you can prosper and build your financial profile. The Office of Comptroller of the Currency, they also have a financial literacy resource directory. In this directory, you can find copious amounts of links that bring you to different resources depending upon what your needs are. You can keyword search and it'll bring up anything that you need. With these resources at your fingertips, you should be able to develop your financial literacy and build your financial profile in order to secure your financial future. What are the financial literacy basics that you should know? First is budgeting. You should know your debt to income ratio. how much money you're spending in bills versus how much money you're making, where you're putting your money, how much you're spending on groceries, how much you're spending on subscriptions. All of that should be planned so that you can save a higher amount of money. You can find where the gaps are. You can find where you're erroneously spending and mitigate it in order to build up your savings and or cater to whatever financial needs you need. The Corporate Financial Institute in 2023 actually posted a study and an article where they stated the financial literacy overview, benefits, and importance. It was through this that they identified that personal finance management is one of the basics that everyone should know. You should understand how to invest your money, how to save your money properly, how to contribute to a retirement fund, things of that nature. Because if you don't understand how to manage your own finances, how are you going to make your money work for you? You should also understand the ins and outs of taxes, and if you don't, you should know where to get resources. For example, TurboTax takes money from you off the top of your tax return, and you often are not getting back as much money as you were owed. Therefore, you should be working with a different agency such as H&R Block or working with a tax representative to file your taxes so that you can maximize your return, and you can also ensure you're not inaccurately filing. The other thing you should understand in debt is borrowing, especially if you are a student. You should understand the correlation between your credit score and your APR, how to borrow safely so that you are not tied down by debt for the rest of your life. With this knowledge, I implore you to do your research, build your financial profile, and combat the financial illiteracy statistic that stacks odds against you. Build your financial profile while you still can, secure your future, and develop financial stability within your life. Thank you, everyone. Good luck.